This is Valley News Live at 10.
One of the most talked about stories today continues to be the announcement that WeFest is taking a one-year break. The event where the party of the summer is held said goodbye to 2020, adding it would be back the following year.
Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard found out what it's going to mean to nearby Detroit Lakes.
For decades, the Sioux Pass Ranch just next to Detroit Lakes would come alive for 3 days plus each year, attracting tens of thousands of country music fans who like to dance, camp, and party. Seven Sisters Spirits, Fairfield Marriott, and Central Market are only some of the many businesses that are going to be impacted here. What's known to be sunshine and good times,
I think it's a good thing for the town. Everyone enjoys it.
Now looks like this.
During the shows, it's pretty slow, but right beforehand, it's pretty busy around here.
Seven Sisters Spirits is a known hotspot to pick up supplies. WeFest is one of their biggest sale times of the year, and they hope it comes back. Other places like the Fairfield Marriott are happy to take a break.
It's a lot of headache for a lot of people because a concert shouldn't be an excuse to act, crazy and do things just because you're intoxicated. You got to have some sort of limit.
The Becker County Sheriff says it's going to save them some money. All hands are usually on deck, but next year they won't have to worry about overtime. What many people want to know now is, will it really come back in 2021?
Well, the thing is, people make plans for it every year, and when it isn't here, they'll plan to do something else. And if the something else is more fun, then will they come back?
In Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
We reached out to the Chamber of Commerce and City of Detroit Lakes. They tell us they have no comment at this time.
The driver of a truck is expected to be okay. It rolled and went up in flames tonight. It happened around 7:30 this evening near the 5000 block of 174th Avenue Southeast in Horace. Deputies say that the driver was heading south on County Road 81 when he swerved and ended up in the ditch. The truck is destroyed, and deputies say they do not believe alcohol was involved.
Grand Forks police are on the lookout for a man they say took off when officers tried to arrest him. Police say they spotted 29-year-old Lonnie Falcon Jr., who was wanted on an outstanding warrant. Instead of stopping, he drove off, but was later arrested, along with a passenger, 20-year-old Cheyenne Vondal. A third person ran away after the car was stopped. He is described as a thin black man in his late 20s or early 30s, wearing black pants and a black shirt. If you have any information on him, you're urged to call police.
If you've noticed something a little off about Fargo's water, there's an explanation. Posts on social media have been blowing up with concerns about the taste and smell recently changing. Fargo's water utility director, Troy Hall, says last week they switched their source from the Red River to the Cheyenne River.
We have an instrument that tests for low-level taste and odor compounds that we typically think of in drinking water. We did test 3 times last week, and it all looked good. So I think it's maybe more just a different water source that just tastes a little bit different.
Hall adds that aside from it being different source, it is completely safe.
An audit of the North Dakota State Library has found the library exceeded its annual budget. State Auditor Joshua Gallion said the library violated state law by charging expenses into different appropriation lines. Once audit corrections were made, the library had exceeded its expenses by over $16,000. The audit also found the state library was accepting applications that should have been certified by the city or county auditor.
The number of tags issued for the upcoming deer hunt in North Dakota is up by about 10,000. Game and Fish says about 67,000 deer tags have been issued. Officials say the deer population is trending up in western North Dakota, while the eastern part of the state has been slower. The season opens at noon on Friday and ends November 24th.
The federal census is reporting good news for homeowners, but not for renters. According to the Bureau's latest report in 2018, around 21% of homeowners spent 35% or more of their monthly household income on mortgage payments or other home fees. That's down 8% compared to 2008. But for renters, there wasn't much of a change at all, with just over 40% spending more than a third of their income on rent and utilities.
Parents in the area of Lewis and Clark Elementary in South Fargo want to know about the proposed remodel and expansion of the school. The district says it wants to provide children who are autistic or have emotional disorders a place to grow and learn. Several parents tonight expressed concern about the lack of paraprofessionals, which they say exists at other schools in the district. One mom we talked to says she's less worried about the design of the school and more focused on what this means for kids.
Children may have triggers that set them off for behavior issues, but eliminating those triggers isn't necessarily helping the children learn or cope.
District Superintendent Rupak Gandhi told parents a safety team was designed to allow more mental health professionals, adding that their paraprofessionals will be getting more training.
A Wisconsin optometrist with North Dakota ties has quite a collection of eye equipment. Looking through his collection, it's easy to see how different an eye exam once was.
Sierra Gillespie takes us to Grant County, Wisconsin, where this collection is a sight to see.
Taking a look through the lens of history.
These are all retinoscopes that kind of progress through the ages.
For optometrist Dr. Tom Nicolai, collecting pieces of the past is a passion.
I wanted to just be able to preserve a lot of this stuff.
Dr. Nicolai began collecting historic eye care equipment in 1986, getting most of his collection from colleagues or antique stores. You don't need to check your prescription, though. Some items go as far back as the late 1800s and the turn of the century.
This was an old antibiotic that actually expired in 1906, so nobody should use that.
Through the collection, you can see how the definition of modern medicine has evolved.
Probably 40s or 50s. These are probably 50s, 60s, and these are definitely 60s. And then these are more or less what we still use today. Just having this stuff around to look at, it kind of humbles you, because, you know, to shine a light through a mirror and look in somebody's eyes and tell what's going on is amazing to me.
While modern optometrists now use different equipment, Dr. Nicolai says most of the items could still be used today.
This is all a part of our past, and our past is our future. It's basically these younger people are going to carry this into the next century. And to me, that's what this is all about.
While the collection is definitely a sight to see, you won't have to travel too far to see it for yourself. Later this week, Dr. Nicolai is donating the items to a museum in Foreman, North Dakota. That's near his hometown.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
All right, certainly feeling mighty chilly out there as we head into the evening hours. The temperatures are slipping way down into the 20s, and there's enough wind to make it feel very wind chilly out there. In fact, it feels like 10 degrees on exposed skin here in the FM area, and that's thanks to about a 20-mile-per-hour wind from the northwest. Your air temperature 24 degrees, and it's not falling quickly because there's still some cloud cover out across the valley. We do see temperatures in the low to mid-20s across the south, upper 20s for Wahpeton and Breckenridge. But look at this, Langdon, your actual air temperature is 10 degrees, 16 in Thief River Falls and in Grand Forks. It's 17 in Baudette. Factor in those winds. Whew, you may want to wear a jacket tonight if you're outdoors in Langdon. The wind chill right now, 2 below zero. Here is a look at your radar. We did have a passing band of snow showers here in the FM area just moments ago. Those are pressing down towards the Barnesville area and northern parts of Richland County at this hour. Otherwise, we have hit and miss activity on the radar. Most of it's missing. And a little bit of breaking up of the clouds as we head into the evening hours. But this cold air mass, you can kind of see where it sits here on the nation's radar that really lays up against the Rocky Mountains here heading up into Edmonton. And we're going to have wave after wave of energy come down that area and provide us with unsettled weather all week long. For tonight, temperatures will slip down into the single digits up in the Cavalier, Langdon, Walhalla areas, even briefly. Then as we go through the morning hours, we'll see sunshine from the valley and points east, while clouds build in the afternoon out to the west. For the drive home, most of us will not see snow showers. We may see a few in Ellendale, in Oaks, in Lemoore, but by the time we get to the evening, that snow chance will spread eastward into eastern North Dakota. So be ready for some quick-hitting flakes of snow to cause slippery conditions on area roads. Remember, it doesn't take a lot to cause a few folks to end up surprisingly in the ditch. So you got to slow down and give yourself extra time. That's, again, tomorrow night. In the morning, it's just going to be really cold, 15 degrees, warming up to only 30 through the afternoon. Wind from the southwest with increasing clouds and showers likely well after the dinner hour here in the Fargo area. Temperatures have the best chance at low 30s in southeast North Dakota, elsewhere mid-20s to around 30. We'd like to invite you to upload your photos. Go to valleynewslive.com in the weather section. Here's where you look for to upload the photos right there. And we'll share photos like this. Robin, who's looking for some snacks there in the trees, or anything you can get when it's this cold out. All right, tomorrow we want to remind you to get out there and vote, okay? It's election day. Here's a look at our temperatures. Late in the day, showers of snow into your Wednesday morning. And Wednesday looks breezy and cold with highs only in the 20s. Then as we take a look at the rest of the week, a little improvement Thursday and Friday with some sun in the forecast. Wow, 36 degrees. And then on Saturday, the Bison game outside, well, actually the Bison game is inside, but outside you can expect a chance for a few flurries and 32.
You're right, that 36 looks really good, doesn't it?
Awesome. We're going to hit that. Yeah, that looks great.